Hi, I'm Baxter Bell, and today I'm going to teach you how to do a pose known as Reclining Cobbler's pose. In Sanskrit, the name for this pose is Supta Konasana, and it's sometimes called Queen's Pose, so if you've heard that name, that's what we're going to do today. So I'm going to show you the sitting posture that you get into when you lie down over the bolster, because it may not be clear from the other angle. So basically you bring the bottoms of the feet together, you drop the knees open, and this is Cobbler's pose, so we often do this pose sitting up. You're going to have some props to help you get into this supported posture known as a restorative pose. And you need two blankets, a bolster and a block. So I've taken my block and turned it on its middle height. You could be on the lower height or the higher height depending on what feels good for you. And then place the bolster so that you get a nice ramp effect. Your two blankets, you're going to take one blanket, open it up once and then twice so you have a nice long edge to work from. And then roll that blanket into a nice little long blanket support that we're going to use for our feet in just a moment. So set that out at the ready. The second blanket you're going to use as a pillow, so you just have to have it somewhere where you can get at it easily. So to come into the pose, you're going to sit right up against the bolster, not on the bolster, but right in front of it. Snuggle up against it, then bring your feet together and drop your knees open into cobbler's pose. Take your blanket, place it over the top of your feet and around the outside of the ankles. And then holding the bolster so it doesn't slide away from you if you don't have a sticky mat underneath you, slowly lie back over your support. Once you're there, because for some of you you'll notice that the neck doesn't feel so great, you can take your blanket and slip it underneath your neck and your head to create a nice little pillow effect. From there you can let your forearms come down to the floor and rest on either side of your body. Relax the knees completely, let your body relax. And at this point, you're actually in the pose. You're in reclining cobbler's pose. It's helpful then, in order to quiet the mind while you're in the posture, to choose some sort of a mental focus for yourself. Either listening to the sound of your breath, or perhaps having a certain image in your mind, or maybe a phrase that you repeat yourself mentally very quietly while you're resting in the posture. And you can stay in this pose for anywhere between 5 minutes and quite a long time, as long as it feels really comfortable and supportive for your lower back, your hips, and your neck. After you've completed your time in the pose and it's time to come out, I like to slip the hands under the outer legs and use the hands against the legs to bring the knees together, so that you keep the inner thighs relaxed, which we're getting quite a nice little stretch. And then roll to your side carefully and come up and out of the posture. So that's how to get into, be in, and come out of reclining cobbler's pose. Enjoy. Thanks. Namaste.